Hey guys, and welcome back to NHL 20 Randomly Generated Player Career Sim Part 2, or Year 2, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to do this year-by-year basis as last time. I decided to change the upload schedule to get this 18-part series done and dusted with. And then we're going to go on to like other stuff after that, but I want to get this 18-part series done and dusted with because it's one of my favorite series right now. I really like making it, so I'm going to keep going with it for the full 18 parts. And yeah, it's only going to be 18 parts, so 18 individual years to basically get the general results of like when this person is going to, like when these people start retiring, all that kind of stuff. But regardless, this should be a very interesting thing, so get ready for year 2 because some interesting things happen. That's all I need to say. So in year 2, obviously I've just set up everything to sim right to the retirement day. I did decline a bunch of people for trades because as the team stands right now, it's really, really good. And I do not want to change it at all. Although by the end of year 2, I might have made a trade or two, as overalls have dipped down for some of the older players, but we did indeed have a good team for now. But by the end of the season, you will see that it definitely changed, but in the regular season, the Flames did really good. Nothing much else to say besides, well, the Flames did pretty good. I'm going to go into super fast mode here in a minute, so we can sim through the majority of the regular season. Now then, the Flames, they did do good. I did change off some of the settings so that I wouldn't always be getting pop-ups, so that is more streamlined now, because I don't need to see pop-ups every 5 fucking seconds. I have everything set up to where everything will be, like, good. But regardless, as you can probably tell, the Calgary Flames are doing decent. We did get on a bit of a losing streak, but we did come back. I had to figure out how to do that part, but regardless, so far we have I believe we had a 7-8 or 8-8-2, but that did change very quickly as we went on a little bit of a winning streak, as in a 2-game winning streak, and then we kept on losing for a bit, but regardless. We have gone, once again, on more of a winning streak. I'm going to go into a faster mode just so we can skip through all this. I'm not going to delete clips so you guys can see, but I will put a little bit of music so you guys can generally enjoy everything. Or maybe just continue talking. Probably the second option. Now that we're going really fast, the regular season should be coming up to the end now. And then I can show you guys all the results we've been getting from the team and all the lines and all that kind of stuff. We have done fairly good for the season that we're currently in for year 2. Not much has changed other than the fact that some of our players have gotten massively better and other ones have gotten massively worse. But regardless, it's the simplest way. So let's get into it. Alright, so regular season's done. Let's look at the lines. So for our first line, if my machine won't lag, but for the first line, we have a very strong 92, 90, 90 overall. We do have a decently strong second line, third and fourth line as well. They've gotten better. Our defense is looking strong. I did swap around a couple of people just so that I can see everything a little bit better, but we do have 97, 90 for our top defenseman. But we do, and again, we do have a very good setup for our front, as in the forwards and shite. Goalies, 92, 93 overall, and obviously our scratch players, we don't know what they're up to, but in the AHL, we have a decent setup. Not the best setup, but still pretty good if you think about it. And for defense, well, we also have a decently good setup there. So hopefully everything there will go over good. With our goalie, our custom goalie, still 84 overall, fairly good. I'm putting him up to the starter position. They're both 84 overall, so why not put him in the starting position? And let's speed through the playoffs. Now, we did not get the Stanley Cup this year, sadly. The Winnipeg Jets did get it, and we got beat out by Nashville. But the Winnipeg Jets did end up winning the Cup. So that's interesting. Going to the retired players now. when we look through it. Hopefully everything will learn to stop for a minute. But the retiring players that are at the top, you'll see them here in a second once we go to the View Retired Players section. So there are your top, well, people retiring. So that is very interesting to see. Most of them are at around 70, 75 overall, so that should be good. And now skipping directly to how everything looks in year 2. So with year 2 we have some pretty interesting lines. So at the end, for the beginning of year 3 we have 93, 91, 90 for the first line, and a bunch of other smaller things. I did change out one person for another here, and then I also put in the left winger that we do need there in place of Lindholm at 86 overall for the one that we're putting in as a custom player. We did have a very solid lineup setup. Defense, though, definitely gotten interesting. One of our custom players might pass up Fanouf here for overall edge and all that kind of stuff. Our goalies are equal at 92 overall. And I'm pretty sure we need to look at the AHL as well, but again, our very first line is very set up. Our secondary team, very good setup for all of this. So that is a very, very good sign for how things are going to be going in the future. But regardless, so we have all of our people here set up. We're going to fully move them around and make sure that everything is perfect as it is, but we are going to be hopefully having some new young guns come up and replace the ones that we're going to be retiring soon. And we also are going to have to make sure we have everything re-signed under us, as it is the Calgary Flames. Our goalie, our custom goalie, is now an 89 overall. But our other goalie has been replaced with an extremely low end, I think that's a 56 overall. But regardless, that is going to be the end of year 2. Make sure you guys stick around for year 3, as stuff there gets really interesting. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in year 3.